Roderick said okay, but then he went out of his way to find every speed bump in town. Ouch. When I got out of the van, I called Roderick a big jerk, and then it got physical. Mom saw the whole thing unfold from the living room window. Mom made us come inside, and she sat us down at the kitchen table. Then she said me and Roderick were going to have to settle our differences in a civil manner. Mom told me and Roderick we each had to write down what we did wrong, and then we had to draw a picture to go along with it. And I knew exactly where Mom was going with that idea. Mom used to be a preschool teacher, and whenever a kid would do something wrong, she'd make him draw a picture of it. I guess the idea was to make the kid feel ashamed of what he did so he wouldn't do it again. Well, Mom's idea might have worked great on a bunch of 4-year-olds, but she's gonna have to think of something better if she wants me and Roderick to get along. The truth is, Roderick can pretty much treat me any way he wants, because he knows there's nothing I can do about it. See, Roderick is the only one who knows about this really embarrassing thing that happened to me over the summer, and he's been holding it over my head ever since. So if I ever tell on him for anything, he'll spill my secret to the whole world. I just wish I had some dirt on him to even things out. I do know one embarrassing thing about Roderick, but I don't think it's going to do me any good. When Roderick was a sophomore, he was sick the day they did school photos. So Mom told Dad to mail in Roderick's freshman picture for the school to use in the yearbook. Don't ask me how Dad screwed this up, but he sent in Roderick's second grade picture. And believe it or not, it actually got printed. Unfortunately, Roderick was smart enough to rip that page out of his yearbook. So if I'm ever going to find something to use against him, I guess I have to keep digging. Wednesday. Ever since Mom assigned the dishes to me and Roderick, Dad's been going down to the furnace room after dinner to work on this miniature Civil War battlefield of his. Dad spends at least 3 hours a night down there working on that thing. I think Dad would be happy to spend the whole weekend working on his battlefield. But Mom has other plans for him. Mom likes to rent these romantic comedies, and she makes Dad watch them with her. But I know Dad is just waiting for the first chance to break away and go back down to the basement. Whenever Dad can't be down in the furnace room, he makes sure us kids keep away from it. Dad won't let me or Roderick go near his battlefield, because he thinks we're going to mess something up. And earlier today, I overheard Dad say something to Manny to make sure he doesn't go poking around back there either. Can you believe it? He actually said, "I think I just heard some grunting noises coming from the furnace room." Saturday. Rowley came over to my house today. Dad doesn't like it when Rowley comes over, because Dad always says Rowley is accident-prone. I think it's because this one time Rowley was eating dinner here, and he dropped a plate and broke it. So now Dad has this idea that Rowley is going to ruin his whole Civil War battlefield in one klutzy move. Whenever Rowley comes over to my house these days, he gets the same greeting. "The basement is off limits." Rowley's dad doesn't like me either. That's why I don't go over to his house much anymore. The last time I spent the night at Rowley's, we watched this movie where some kids taught themselves a secret language that no grown-ups could understand. Me and Rowley thought that was pretty cool, and we tried to figure out how to talk in the same language the kids were using in the movie. But we couldn't really get the hang of it, so we made up our own secret language. Then, I tried it out at dinner. "Your pa, dad pa, smells pa like pa, a woman pa." But Rowley's dad must have cracked our code, because I ended up getting sent home before dessert. And I haven't been invited to spend the night at Rowley's ever since.
네, 실용 핵심 문장을 영어로 말해보는 스피킹 시간입니다. 오늘 6문제 준비했고요. 자, 첫 번째, 엄마는 거실 창을 통해 펼쳐지는 모든 것을 보았다. Mom saw the whole thing unfold from the living room window. 두 번째, 아빠는 라일리가 사고 뭉치라고 항상 말씀하신다. Dad always says Rowley is Ashton Brun. 세 번째, 그는 우리가 이것에 가까이 가지 못하도록 확실히 하신다. He makes sure us kids keep away from it. 네 번째, 지하실은 출입 금지다. The basement is off limits. 다섯 번째, 우리는 진짜 감을 잡을 수 없었다. We couldn't really get the hang of it. 여섯 번째, 라일리 아빠는 암호를 해도 캐는 것이 틀림없다. Riley's dad must have cracked out code. 네, 오늘은 여기까지입니다. 감사합니다.